What's up, guys? It's episode 313. Welcome back to the show. Okay, there's literally a tow truck pulling a tour bus up my hill right now outside, and I thought I should let you all know that in case you can hear loud noises in the background of this. I don't even know how that happened. I feel like the angle of the hill was like too steep and the bus wasn't getting enough, it didn't get enough momentum, but it's so fucking funny. Like, there's like police cars, right? And I'm thinking there's a car crash at my intersection. No, I go and like walk over and peer over, I like look over the hill, and all I see is this big bus and then a tow truck with a rope pulling it up. It's like, why didn't they, what I'm confused about right now, this is not the Q&A. Hi, welcome back to the show. This is going to be a Q&A. I'm just trying to start and talk and, get things flowing and set the scene. I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, why did they, because it was at the bottom of the hill. Like, why didn't they back it up and go the other way? But no, they're like pulling it to the top, and it's a steep hill. So that's currently happening outside. What else could I do to set the scene? Like, there's a lot going on around me. This is going to be a Q&A, and someone asked me a question that prompted me to collect, or they inspired me to collect a bunch of objects around my home. This might be like a Q&A / show and tell. Like, I'm currently kicking an appliance at my feet. I should probably move that out of the way, but yeah, what else could I do? Oh, so let's see, this morning I used to do this. I used to give you guys like the update. Like, what did you do this morning? What did you do today? Da-da-da. It's like, okay, I woke up, made a coffee, walked my dog, came home, fed him. Guys, this is so boring. I put on my face for the show. I've been getting really good at my makeup lately. Like, I feel like because I record all the time, it's like, Jacqueline, start the fucking Q&A. This is so boring. Oh my God. Yeah, like, I got ready for the show. Now I'm recording it, and let's get into the Q&A. Okay, first question. I could just literally talk about also fuck, I just want to like chit chat right now. There was so like, how how like you hear about like Chester the molester in the bushes? Like, I literally experienced that this morning walking Jimmy. We were walking by this, I don't even know what kind of bush it was, like a rhododendron. Those don't grow here. We were walking by a bush, had like flowers on it, and Jimmy's a dog. He's like quick, and he smells things. He can like sense things. And all of a sudden, we're walking by the bush, and he darts out like 15 feet away from it and starts growling. And all I see, like in the corner of my eye, is this man just standing up against a building behind the bush, just standing there, like not saying anything, just stiff. He probably was taking a piss. I think it was a homeless man taking a piss in the bush. But yeah, that was kind of wild and like scary. Yeah, what else could I chit chat about? I don't know. I'm trying to like loosen up. I really, I want to get back to my roots today on this episode. I'm going to put on sunglasses to like make me feel some type of way, or like make me feel fun. Yeah, I want to get back to my roots on this episode. I feel like the last two have been so like dramatic and like full of shit talk and gossip, and that's not really what I like to do here on the show. I like to keep it fun and light. Speaking of that, okay, I'm self-aware. I understand what I did there with the last two episodes, and I was coming from a place of hurt, okay, and I decided to tell my story. It is what it is. It's past, it's gone. I don't want to mention anything about that subject on this episode. So I got some questions regarding it, but I'm gonna tiptoe and tap dance around them because we're moving on. Life goes on. Yeah, I don't like those glasses. I'll do my secretary glasses, actually. Go to YouTube or Spotify to watch. I'm not even introing this appropriately. So hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now, and go to YouTube or Spotify if you want to watch me on video. You probably want to do that at a certain point, or it would be fun to when I pull this appliance off the ground and reveal it on camera. Let's see, patreon.com/tjms. Head over there if you want to support the show. It's my subscription service. It's how you can support me as a podcast host. It's $5 a month, and yeah, go check it out. Patreon.com/tjms. Follow me on Instagram at Jacqueline Monroe. What else? Okay, that's it. First question. These are all like, I'm gonna just go it's so, I don't even know where to start. Someone like spammed me with like 50 questions, like the same person like just asked me a bunch of like simple stupid questions, which I appreciate. I kind of love that because they're not like serious or like inappropriate. They're just like, what's your favorite color, like what's your favorite TV show, you know, that kind of shit. First question. Well, this is nice. Someone's like, how are you? I said this in the last episode and the one before that. Like, I'm doing so well now. I feel like I'm up. Like, I don't know how to, holy fucking shit, Jacqueline, slow down. I don't really know how to describe how I feel right now and how I'm doing. It's other than like, yeah, I'm up, I'm happy, I'm in the flow. Like everything in my life is going well. I'm like excited about a lot of things. Like so excited. I have this like, I can't even, like some things I can't even tell you because they're going to happen in the future and then you'll find out. But yeah, like life is really good right now. I've just been really like, yeah, happy lately. And, you know, considering what I just kind of went through in my personal life, and you know, if you listen to the last couple episodes, like I'm doing well, things are good. So yeah, so thanks for asking. That was a good question. What's one thing you'll never share on the podcast? I feel like I share everything. One thing I'll never share on the podcast. I mean, if I get into any like legal issues, I probably won't talk about that publicly. I'll never tell other people's secrets, for sure. Like that's probably it. I'll like keep that to myself, as you should, as a good friend or family member or, you know, whatever, partner. Yeah, probably I won't other people's secrets. That's my answer. I won't tell other people's secrets. What's the exciting thing you mentioned for your birthday? I think I said this last episode. Like, not to be like this, but you'll find out, and I probably won't address it. You'll find out. It'll be kind of obvious what it is once my birthday comes. So stay tuned. My birthday is July 7th. Mark your calendars. I feel like I'm firing these off really quick. Oh my god, this is so random. This is like an OG listener, so this will only make sense to people that have listened for a long time. When can we get another episode pertaining to beef liver supplementation? So, when did I podcast about this? This was probably 2020. Actually, I feel like this person has been following me since like 2018 when I first started supplementing with beef liver. But I actually do have them on set in my show and tell bag. This is so fucking stupid. Sorry. I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm trying to keep this fun. I'm not trying to be serious today and dramatic and like sad and like sappy and, you know, none of that shit. So, yeah, I supplement, or I recently started again. These are grass-fed beef liver, pasture-raised, grass-finished, hormone, pesticide, and GMO-free beef liver supplements from New Zealand, from Ancestral Supplements, not sponsored. And the reason I started taking these again, so the question was like, when are we going to get another episode about it? Like, I don't remember making an entire episode about beef liver. I think I joked about it a lot, or I like mentioned it a lot. But the reason I take these is because I've been, like anyone else listening right now, tired as fuck. And I remember when I started taking these a couple years ago, I had this sustained energy all day long. And I felt like I didn't need that afternoon coffee. I was like perked up and like full of energy to like run errands after work and like do shit when I took these. So yeah, I started taking these again. I feel like it's like supports like your the beef liver. Ingesting the beef liver is gonna help. Like your liver is gonna like that. It's like what am I saying? I'm talking stuff. I'm drinking iced coffee. What's new? Hold on. Gotta mix in a water here and there. You know what I mean? Water break. Fuck, I already want to delete this episode. I don't know how I've been. Fuck. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna get in my head. Yeah, so like it's good for your liver is what I'm saying. And like, because your liver is your filter. So when your liver is filtering well, everything is, you gotta tend to all your organs, right? Like your heart, you gotta get your cardio up. You gotta put beef liver in your liver so that it can filter the waste out more efficiently. You gotta keep your colon cleared out. You don't want to be backed up. What else is going on in your body? Heart, liver, stomach. I don't know what you do for that. You just like eat right, I guess. I don't know. Gotta wipe your asshole and keep that clean, or else you're gonna have some sort. Oh my god, Jacqueline. Okay, next question. Actually, I'm not gonna. Fuck. Maybe I'll talk about it later. Speaking of wiping your asshole, we'll maybe I'll mention that when I do the show and tell. Yeah, I feel like myself again. Oh my god, let's do the aviators. Okay. This is how, you guys, this is what I have to do on this podcast sometimes. Like I just have to like I'm trying to get my mojo back. I'm trying to get it back. All right? So, just enjoy this. I don't know if you're having fun right now. I hope you are, but fuck. I'm trying to feel like 2020 Jacqueline when I would, oh man, I was like, go listen to episode 69. That's one I can remember. Or go listen to the episode that's called I'm Cam Newton. Yeah. So next question. Can I wife you? These are two similar questions. Can I wife you, and are you taking boyfriend applications yet? I mean, look. She's single, all right? I'm single now. And if you've listened for the last year, I've been talking about my boyfriend. I've been talking about my boyfriend all podcast long, and I was saying all these wonderful things about him until the last 2 episodes, which you probably have listened to. So I'm single, I'm dating, I addressed this on the last episode. I don't feel like I need to do the whole take time and just be single and live your best life thing, because I'm in such a good place. Everything, I'm so rock solid where I'm I have all my relationships are good. I have my friends, I have my social life, I have my podcast, I have my great job, I have my dog, I have my shit together, I have future plans and things happening. Everything's good. I don't feel like I need to go read a self-help book and learn about, how to be a better girlfriend, because I'm not the one. I mean, I'm always working on myself, right? I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress, but I don't feel like I need to do that introspective shit and be single and work on myself right now. No. So I'm available. I'm on the market. She's back, bitches. She's single. She's taking applications. This question was like, are you taking boyfriend applications? You bet I am. Slide in. Say what's up. My inbox is open. You know, this is how I know I'm a good fucking girlfriend. All right. Like lately I've been getting messages, right? I've been getting inquiries. I've been getting more male attention that I've been obviously getting over the last year while I was in a relationship. And it's like I'm now responding to them because I'm single, but in the past that shit was unopened or I didn't respond. I wasn't entertaining anyone in the DMs, okay? And not to like, I just need to pat myself on the back right now because my ex could not say that about himself, and I observed and saw and found things that he was doing in his DMs, and I heard from other people that were in his DMs. So I just love that about myself. It's like something that I really like. I feel like it's like a morals thing, or it's a fucking standards thing. I don't even know. But if you're dating me, I'm not fucking talking to any other men on Instagram. Period. End of story. It's not that fucking hard, and not that isn't that just like duh, that's what you should do if you're in a committed relationship. So all right, next question. If you could start a cult, what kind of cult would it be? What kind of cult would I start? The Know Your Worth cult. The Be a Good Fucking Person cult. No. The fucking Church of Burritos. That's what I would do. The Church of Burritos. What would happen in the cult? I'm just thinking about burritos right now because I'm like craving a burrito, or I have been for the past week, and it's been a while. And like, if I could eat one food every single day for the rest of my life, it would be the surf and turf burrito from Lucha Libre here in San Diego. Fuck me up. I mean, but if I could start a cult, like for real, like, I mean, I don't think about this on a regular basis. I don't fucking know. Next question. Oh my God, it's Mother's Day. Someone's like, is your mom hot? Yeah, my mom's hot. It pisses me off sometimes how hot she is. And like, she reminds me of Kris Jenner a lot. Like, just her, the way she is. I don't know how to explain it. But, yeah, my mom's hot. Is that, I don't know. Should I elaborate? Like, what makes her hot? She's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my fucking life. And she's like my everything. She's my rock, my best friend. That makes her beautiful. Like, obviously physically she's beautiful, but just her aura, her soul is fucking beautiful, and I love her so much. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Yeah, I didn't mention that in the beginning. I feel like I should have started the show off by saying happy Mother's Day. What did I end up talking about? A fucking bus getting stuck on the hill. Jacqueline, stop swearing. Okay. How many pictures are in your camera roll? This is a semi-new iPhone. Are you having fun? Is this fun? Is this entertaining? I feel like we're talking about how many pictures are on my camera roll right now. 13,684. Plus 1,000. 210 hidden, plus Am I exposing myself right now, Jacqueline? Okay, so what do you do? Do the math. So 13,684 plus 1,210. I mean, you got to include the hidden photos, right? That's like part of the camera roll, just not on the main camera roll. And then I have recently deleted 136. Imports. What's this? Oh, I have a bunch of imports from my like nice camera. Like 415. How many selfies? 2,864 selfies. 2,328 videos. I mean, this isn't anything crazy. I've seen people's camera rolls, like content creators, with like 100,000 photos. So, pretty proud of this. 13,000's. It's pretty light. Next question. Not a question. You are so beautiful out inside and out and inspire me. Smiley face. Thank you. That's not a question like you said, but that's a sweet message and I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for following me. I'm just thinking about this right now, you guys. Like, you know, I've been podcasting for, I think I said on a show a few shows back, I was like, 2.5 years. Like, no, I've been doing this. So 2020 to 2021 is 1 year. I've been doing this a year and a half. And I'm not a top charting fucking podcast or anything. The F word's really coming out today. I'm noticing that. Sorry, I'm just, I'm trying to work on my words and work on my, what does Rogan always say? Your economy of words. Yeah, I want to remove the F word from the rest of this episode. Let's I'm going to really try here. So I'm not a top charting effing podcast or whatever. I'm not huge, but it's like amazing how, so I was at the gym and I met someone in the sauna and it was like, she was talking about my podcast and she like knew who I was. And it was just like such a sweet thing because she's like, oh my God, like I love your show. You're so cool, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. It was just like, that felt like I've never had that before. And it just like felt really cool that, here I am on the internet doing my thing, putting my stories out there to the world. And now someone I go to the gym with and see every morning is listening and we can like talk about it and connect in person. That's my whole point. It's like that's so cool. And I just, yeah, it was like that was like one of the first times that anyone's ever like said anything or approached me about it. So yeah. That's like, I guess the fun part of being a content creator is when like someone that lists a stranger online meets you in person and you can like connect and talk about it together and blah, 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 blah. Just so popular in this town. What can I say? Someone's like, are you the Alex Cooper or someone I'm talking to texted me. He's like, are you the Alex Cooper of San Diego? And I'm like, no. I'm not. I respect her. I think she's great. I love Call Her Daddy. It's an amazing show, but it's like, I'm just taking this bitch one day at a time and whatever happens. I have the, like, I'm starting to feel confident and like, wow, you're actually like doing something here. You're actually going hard with the podcast. You've produced 313 episodes consistently now on your own. You're like a one-woman show. And that's something. Like, I'm starting to get that confidence about what I'm doing here, but I kind of set out and made an intention from day one that I said this. I was like, I just want this to happen however it's going to happen. And like, I'm not getting $100 million Spotify deals anytime soon. Like, maybe that will happen someday, but I guess I have like I'm like, I'm just like you. Like, I'm not special. I guess I kind of am. People tell me that and they're like, you're going places, girl. This is going to blow up, blah, blah. I'm like, sure. Okay. Is that a self-esteem issue? Do I need to get my shit together? Do I need to go talk to my therapist about I have I don't have a high. I think it's not. Clip that. Ozzy, if you're listening, clip that. That'll be a sound effect. When I get my soundboard eventually. I think here's what it is. I can sniff out when people are full of themselves and full of shit, and they're just like, they have like a god complex and they think they're like hot shit. And my biggest fear as a content creator and doing a podcast is like people thinking that that's how I think about myself. And like, oh, I'm the Alex Cooper of San Diego. I'm just like so popular and so famous and everybody knows me. It's like, that literally makes me like, I just never, like, that's just not, that feels gross. It feels like, I don't know. I just don't like it. And, that's not me. That's like not me being authentic. What am I trying to say? That would be a facade. It's not who I am. I don't know. I don't, I'm just like, hey, this is me, as if I'm picking up the phone talking to you every week. Or this is me. I always tell my mom this. I talk to my listeners as if I'm sitting with my mom on the couch at 6 p.m. at her house, just hanging out, or a girlfriend or whatever. Like, that's all I'm doing here. So yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Jesus, this got weird. You guys, I'm not full of myself. I don't think I'm hot shit, okay? I just want to reiterate that again. I have confidence, right? I know my worth. I know that I work hard, and I can talk now. Like, I have enough to show for myself, like all of these episodes and the year and a half under my belt podcasting. Like, okay, that makes me feel more confident about what I'm doing here. But do I think I'm fucking like famous and like Alex Cooper level? Fuck no. Why am I going on about this for like, wait, I'm like trying to think here. I feel like a lot of successful people, though, like a lot of, like top charting, top athletes, top celebrities, top whatever in the industry, in their fields, are like obnoxious about, they have like huge egos or whatever. They're just like, they just say it like, I'm the best in the world. I'm the best at this. They talk about themselves like that. And maybe there's something to it. Maybe I should start doing that. Maybe I should say I'm as fucking good at podcasting and like as worthy of a Spotify deal, $100 million Spotify deal as Alex Cooper. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying that, like, I don't even think, the thing is like, this question's, I don't even know what the question was at this point. I don't even think about this kind of stuff. This is my passion. This is my hobby. I love podcasting. I turn on the microphone every week and I do it because I love it. Period. End of story. Whatever happens, happens. Moving on. Okay. Have you had an ear orgasm yet? Next question. Have you had an ear orgasm yet? This just took a turn. You want me to try it right now on camp? Like, let me just see if I can make this happen. I haven't achieved an ear orgasm with my Theragun yet. I mentioned this like 4 episodes ago that I have a G spot in my ear. Like, for sure there's a G spot in there, and I looked it up, and ear orgasms are an actual thing. It's an erogenous zone, and I think if you stimulate it, or my theory, because this feels so good when I put my Theragun on my ear for like a minute. My theory is that if I do this long enough, like, fireworks are gonna pop out of my ear. Like, it's gonna feel like an orgasm. And I'm just like, I haven't, this is so fucking strange. Like, I haven't like I Theragun my neck and my head and my ear. Like, I do that every day, but it's not like I'm sitting there like, let me try it. Like, I'll show you what I do. Go to YouTube or Spotify to watch. Is this so loud? Wait. Let me Theragun the mic. Like, right there. Like, right over the little, like, earlobe thing. I'm like I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm talking about ear orgasms like I'm gonna do this on camera, Jacqueline. Like, class it up, Jacqueline, class it up. Class it up, all right? Come on. So, I'm not... I feel like I would need like 10 minutes of that. Basically, it feels like it's like a tickle that you don't want to stop, if that makes sense. Like, you don't want to take the Theragun away from your ear. You just want to leave it there for like a long time. And you just like, I don't know. I like my neck, like the hair on the back of my neck starts standing up. And is that an overshare? I feel like everything I do here is an overshare, so whatever, fuck it. You know. Next question. I didn't... How many do I have here? I should do like 30. Should I do like 30 questions? What do you think of the metaverse? Next question. So, here are my thoughts about the metaverse. Like, okay, I was watching Impulsive and Gary Vee was getting interviewed and he was like, oh, we're basically all in the metaverse now with our phones, which is very true. Like, I feel like we're in this, like, we have our real world and then we have our phone world. And to me, the metaverse is like all of these creatives it's like a bunch of creative people are like, okay, what does the future look like and what's it going to look like? And they're curating all of this content to match what their idea of the futuristic world should look like, and then they're like posting it on their Instagrams now, and they're like posting their profile pic as an NFT they bought, and they're dressing up in like the most futuristic outfits possible and like having photo shoots, and they're like metaverse queen or whatever the fuck. And it's like it's like it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like, why are we turning the internet into a video game? Like, go play Xbox. Like, go play PlayStation. Like, escape into a video game that way. Let's keep the internet as close to reality as possible, like with some filters. Like, like, that's okay. Like, I like the internet, how, you know, things look pretty and nice, and that's cool. Like, a little bit better than reality, and I think we should, maintain that. But instead, it's like everything's turning into this like video game shit, and it's like cartoony, and like I don't love it. If you want to know what I think about the metaverse, I think it's fucking stupid. I know this is like I'll in 10 years look back at this podcast and go, well, bitch, you were wrong. You love it now. And now I'm in it. And now I'm a fucking now I'm an avatar of myself, and I'm like in a hologram online or whatever. I don't even know what's going to happen with the metaverse. Or I'm wearing a VR headset all the time. Like, just as of right now, it's like, I crave reality. My phone is like, so it's an extension of it. It's basically part of my body now, and I know I'm addicted to it. But what I like about my phone right now is that it's like, okay, I'm watching videos of people on their stories as like themselves. It's just like very like raw and like natural. And then I'm watching like, TikToks of people like in their kitchens making their coffee, and it's just like, that's what reality looks like. So I don't want to see like whales diving into the background of someone like walking their dog. Like, I don't need to see all this like futuristic shit or whatever, or like changing your outfit virtually and like walk. I don't get it. Maybe I need to do some more research, but just go play Xbox, go put on a VR headset and twirl around. Like, I don't want where I'm going with this is like, I'm not excited about like going to the internet and like following people, and everyone's just like a fake movie character, avatar, cartoon of themselves. Like that's gonna drive us fucking. That makes me like that's like, that sounds like a living hell. And that's what I mean about everyone like dressing up all futuristic and like doing photo shoots and like talking about the metaverse and all this shit and like all the like posting their NFTs and all this wacky stuff. It's like, it's as if they're a bunch of creative minded people that are like, this is what the future looks like, and then they're like, yeah, curating content and like posting it and throwing it in our face, and they're basically like, this is the future, this is the metaverse, because they say so, because that's what the content is right now, that's what's trending. Okay, and I want to say to that, how about we go the other way and just stay where we're at with our photos of, you know, our nature photos and our food pics that have a nice little filter on them, and then our selfies with a little bit of Facetune, and our Instagram story. I like where we're at now. Okay, I know I sound like I'm probably like a boomer right now or whatever, but yeah, just go play PlayStation, go play a computer game. I don't know, get your fix that way. Don't turn the entire internet into a video game, please. And I have no control of this. This is going to happen. It's inevitable. I feel like we're too far along now for the reins to be pulled back on it. But I think like with everything, the people are going to decide. And that'll be interesting to see like how the new metaverse is received by the masses and the people that are using the internet, because I feel like there's a lot of pushback on it already and a lot of skepticism, and I'm one of those people. And again, maybe I need to do more research. Maybe I need to get hyped up and like go make an NFT of myself and go do a photo shoot with like crazy fucking armor on me to make me look like an alien. Maybe I need to do that and get like into it. But right now, the metaverse is not for me. So next question. Okay, here's one of those basic bitch questions from that person that spammed me. Pineapple on pizza? Question mark? Why do I want that so bad right now? Wait, should I order? Wait. I'm pro pineapple on pizza, to answer the question. It's fine. It's great. I enjoy it. I'm not like, that's not my go-to order for pizza. They also asked me the question next to it says favorite pizza topping combo. So I'll quickly answer that. I love sausage and mushroom pizzas. It's like from the top of my head right now, like that's, wait, sausage, mushroom, do I do pepperoni? Or I just like cheese, or just pepperoni, or I'll eat anything. Like I feel like the last time I had pizza and I was like, damn, that was fucking great. Swore again. Okay. Last time I had pizza and it was effing great was a sausage mushroom pizza. But look, it's Sunday. I'm podcasting. I have to edit this after. It's only going to take me 30 minutes. That's why I love podcasting, because I barely do any edits and I just like post it and I can like be done for the day. But look, I should order myself a pizza, pineapple, what is it? Canadian bacon pizza. What is that fucking called? Canadian pineapple. What is it called? Canadian bacon? No, that's the kind of bacon. Hawaiian. Oh my god. Fuck, Jacqueline. Order myself a Hawaiian pizza. Call it a day, you know? Watch some Ozark I need to catch up on. If I order it now, I could turn this bitch into a mukbang. Eat it on camera. This could be a long episode if I did that. Where's the question about what's your favorite shit right now? So I want to do my show and tell. Yeah, what'd they ask? What's your favorite shit right now? That's from Luke. Thanks, Luke, for asking. You I've kept all these anonymous, but Luke, I appreciate you asking me this because I got excited when I saw this question and I started collecting things in my basket around the house to share today on this Q&A. So where should I start? I just need to get this out of the way. This is my Bissell Featherweight vacuum cleaner. I need to upgrade to the Dyson, I know. I have a golden retriever, he has long hair. I'm vacuuming. So yeah, like 2 times a day. And I'm using this and it's great. I want a cordless one. I want a higher power one. The Dyson is on my wish list for myself. I should probably just get it because I've been thinking about it for like since I got Jimmy. But yeah, this is my first favorite item. Go to YouTube or Spotify to watch. I'm just so quirky. I'm just showing you guys my vacuum cleaner. And then, oh my God, let's do more cleaning products. I started rubbing my couch with these Snuggle Exhilarations dryer sheets. I gotta say this. I gotta compliment my ex-boyfriend right now. Because he was right. And I agree. I agree with this. This thing he said. Or whatever. He often came to my apartment and would say, "It smells like dog in here. It smells like dog." Not like, he was right. Like, I'm sure if you, I don't notice the smell because I live here, but like if you came and visited me, you'd probably go, "Oh yeah, there's a dog living here." And that kind of fucking pissed me off because I'm like, get over it, dude. Like, I mean, I'm cleaning the place every day. I'm very clean. Like, if you come to my apartment, it's pristine. But there's like a permanent dog scent in here, apparently, or like there was. And I'm doing my best right now to eliminate odors. And I went to YouTube. I looked up DIY or like hacks on how to eliminate dog smell from your home. And this woman she like showed how you rub dryer sheets on your furniture to like freshen up the fabric between washes. Because I also like, this is the thing that pisses me off. I'm like, I'm literally washing my cushions on my couch like all the time. Like, I think he had I'm gonna say something inappropriate. No, I'm not. I think his nose was a little bit, he had like a heightened sense of smell. It was just like, or I don't know. No way. I just had like a dirty thought. I'm not gonna think about it. So where was I? Wait. In my mind, I was like, oh, I'm thinking this. It's inappropriate. Don't say it, obviously. But then I'm also thinking like, no, that's not right because it doesn't work. Okay. Anyways, you guys can't see inside my head, but I'm gonna move on. So I purchased what's it called? I had a old essential oil diffuser that like wasn't very powerful, so I bought a new one for like a large room. It's huge and it's like pumping out essential oils all day now. I have my Levoit, I think is how you say it. My air purifier going like 24/7. I'm airing out I'm like opening windows all day. I'm trying to do like a deep cleanse of this part. It is spring. This is like spring cleaning. I do this anyways, but I'm really working on the dog smell. So that's like the only compliment I can give him is getting in my head about how dirty or how shitty my apartment smell, or how bad my apartment smells when you walk into it. Cause you know, for the next man that walks through the door, like I don't want him to ever have to say that or ever think that, you know what I'm saying? Pine Sol. Best smell. Best cleaning product smell of all time. I'm using this a lot. This is show and tell time, guys. I'm just showing you random things. Popcorn. I've been enjoying air popped popcorn lately. And the appliance, big reveal, the appliance I'm going to show you to go with the popcorn kernels here is my super cute Blink Fun Popcorn Factory Air Pop. air popper. And this reminds me of going to my grandma's house growing up, because she always made us air pop popcorn in her little machine like this. And we'd watch movies and we'd sleep in the living room, and it was the best thing ever. So like lately I've been popping popcorn. I've been enjoying popcorn. Say popcorn, like take a shot every time I say popcorn. I mean, it's great. Like I mean, I forgot I had this in my pantry, or like I didn't really notice it. And the other day I was like, oh my God, I have popcorn. And then I made it and I was like, oh my God. And the thing that I'm putting on this, oh my God, you guys, holy shit. Buy like 10 jars of these before they discontinue it from Trader Joe's. Ranch seasoning blend from Trader Joe's is going on the popcorn. It's crack. It's so good. What's even in this? Buttermilk flavor powder. Cool. Whatever. It tastes great. It says sprinkle on popcorn, vegetables, or use in recipes. I've also been putting this on my garlic shrimp. It's great. Bananas. Guys, this is stupid as fuck. I'm like, am I 13? I've been eating a lot of bananas lately because I'm putting them. So I've been doing smoothies. So I'm ingesting bananas in my smoothies, and I'm also just eating them. I'm on a banana kick. I want a bite right now, but I will not do that on camera. Peri peri sauce from Trader Joe's. I've mentioned this before. I put this on everything. And I watched Hailey Bieber put this on her face one time in a YouTube video, like a skincare video. And then I started seeing like all the beauty influencers talk about it. And I was like, fuck, I need to get this, because I was like using Eucerin Daily SPF, and I never really like, I never like pulled the trigger and bought this, but I finally got the Elta MD UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46 moisturizer, and I got the tinted one. So that's definitely a favorite. It goes on my skin really nicely, and it obviously protects it from the sun well. I mean, Hailey Bieber's skin is like a baby's ass, and she looks amazing, so it's working for her. If it works for her, it works for me, right? Finally, this is the immature part where I'm like trying to do something here and be entertaining. I literally put 3 cherry tomatoes in the fucking purse because I can't stop eating cherry tomatoes. I have a whole, I want to like show the whole bowl. I have this huge bowl of these, and every time I walk in my kitchen, I'm like popping them in my mouth, and it's like a nice little burst of tomato flavor, and they're so good. And these are, yeah, cherry. No, wait. There's like different types of small tomatoes. These are the ones that are like, they're more round than they are long. If that makes sense. I think they're just cherry tomatoes, but they're not I don't like the long, tight ones. Like the normal cherry tomatoes. I don't really like those. If these are next to them, I get these instead. Okay, show and tell's over. I'm slightly like cringing at myself right now. What else is a favorite? That's about it. Oh, my Theragun, my beef liver supplements. This is what you tuned in for today, all right? Just keep, if you're still listening, it says a lot, all right? Thank you for being here. What's the craziest thing you've ever done before? The craziest thing I've ever done before? Okay. Whenever I think about this question, or like if I think about like the craziest thing I've ever done in my life, they both pertain or have to do with meeting men. I already know y'all think I'm crazy for exposing my cheating ex on my last 2 episodes. I don't know, everyone thinks, oh, she's such a fucking psychopath. Like, whatever, I don't care. But let me reveal that I'd say my 2 crazy stories that have to do with meeting men are, one, I met a guy on Twitter when I was 18, and I think I've told this before. He was like, he went to high school with Harry Styles, and then I was like stalking Harry Styles when I was obsessed with One Direction, and I saw that they went golfing or something one day, and then I followed my ex-boyfriend, and I like, that's how I found him. And then we talked on Twitter for a while, and then we started Snapchatting, and then like 2 years later I was going off to college, or I was transferring, and I was like, before I go to college, I want to meet you. And like, we were both like, we need to meet each other. It's been like 2 years of talking and like, you know, whatever. So long story short, I hop on a jet, I get on a plane alone. I fly my ass to London. This was like the day after Christmas, because I went to meet him for New Year's. I like went to his family's house. I hopped on a plane, flew to London alone, so I took the train from, what airport is it? Not Heathrow. Doesn't start with an L. What's the other airport? I had to take a train, so I went to the airport, and I had to take a train into London, and then I had to go to King's Cross station. I had to get on a train at King's Cross and go to Manchester. So then I go from a plane from Vancouver, Canada to London, trained into the city, train to Manchester. I literally am changing. I took a nervous shit. I do remember this. Okay, so when I was on the train in Manchester, that's where he lived. There's like a guy, like this old man sitting at my table thing in the train. It was like a movie. Like, I'm looking out the window, and there's like the countryside of England, right? I'm literally alone. I have a big thing of luggage, and I remember I was like doing my makeup on the way up to Manchester, like perfectly. I was like taking so much time. I think it was I don't know how long the ride was, but this is only the first crazy story. I do have a second crazy story. And then like 5 minutes to go, I was like, fuck, I have to shit. And I like went to the train. I've never talked about shitting on this podcast ever. Girls don't shit. We don't fart. I don't even do it. Okay. Why am I going here? Whatever. I should have said that earlier. Like, what's the one thing you won't talk about on your podcast? Anything revolving around me shitting or anything like that. Jesus. I took a nervous shit like 5 minutes before meeting him. I remember that because I was like scrambling in the bathroom. It was a teeny little train bathroom. And then I had to like go like put my stuff all away and like get my luggage ready. And I almost like missed the stop, but then everything was fine. I like stepped off the train like a movie. There he was, my handsome ex-boyfriend, standing there waiting for me. And we went to Starbucks immediately at the train station, and I got a white chocolate Americano, which is what I was drinking at the time. And that was such a cool moment because it was like, oh my God, I met you. It's like you meet in person, and it's like such a crazy thing. It's like, there you are. Holy shit. It's like, yeah, you're 3D. You're not 2D anymore. Okay, so the second crazy story is when I first moved to San Diego, I followed this company on Instagram, and the CEO, I was like talking to the CEO in the DMs or whatever, okay? And then like I just kind of like I liked his vibe. I wasn't really like super attracted to him or anything, but I really liked his company. I thought he was really cool. I loved what he was doing. And my mom still thinks this is the reason I moved to San Diego. She's like, oh, you moved for a man. Like, this was all planned out because of what I did. But it's not the case at all. Actually, someone asked me why I left. I think they asked me like why I left Washington. It's really simple. Like, I've always dreamed about living in Southern California, and I live here now. And that was like the reason I moved. Period. End of story. Anyways, I follow this man. He lived in San Diego. That's why she was thinking that. And I drove my shit down here with my sister in my car, packed everything I owned, took a 2-day trip, and I had a job at like a cryotherapy clinic as a secretary. Like I just found some random job to like come here and start at, and I wasn't going to stay there for a while. It was never like my end all be all job. Obviously I was going to look around and job hunt while I was here. And then I moved into some like random house that had a bedroom for rent in Mission Valley. And then anyways, long story short, like 2 weeks into living here, I meet this man, and like 2 or 3 weeks later I moved in with him. That's my other crazy story. And then on top of moving in with him, I literally turned into this like live-in housewife, personal assistant girlfriend. And we didn't stay together for the whole year I lived with him, but it was like we had this insane like he was like, his personality and mine were like, he was like me in a male body, and we had this like weird like connection bond thing where it was like we were such good like friends. And it was like, I don't know how to explain it. I've never, is that a twin flame thing or whatever? I've never met someone where I'm like, we just have that, we clicked so well like that, but we weren't good. Like I was never going to date him and like stay with him for a long time. It was just like when I dated him for a few months, and then I still lived with him, and then we like broke things off, and then I ended up working for his company. This is like such a long story. And then, yeah, I was like young and just spontaneous and like, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, and then it all like shit hit the fan, and I'll probably never tell that story of how the end unfolded, but yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. I met a man and moved in with him like a couple weeks later, and then ended up working for his company. No regrets. I learned a lot, and that was such a different time, and just like how I was, or how I was like living my life for male approval at the time, and just being a complete people pleaser. Like yeah, I didn't have any sense of self-worth at the time, or like I was kind of, I allowed someone to like literally strip my identity away. At the end of it, it was like I didn't even know who I was. Everything was like stripped of me, and I was so like skittish and like worried all the time. And yeah, it took a dark turn, but it's all good. I moved on, and things are obviously better now, and I know who I am, and I have a strong sense of my identity and self-worth, and I that was like I think I never regret that experience, because I look at it as it was probably really good for me at the end of the day, because of all the lessons I walked away with. And I think there's like worse thing. It's not, my mom's always like, well, Jacqueline, it's not like you were smoking meth, it could have been worse. Like you could be in a rehab center right now because you got addicted to drugs in your 20s, and it could be like more intense than that. So, but that's kind of crazy that I did that. When I look back, I'm like, I think I was 23, 22. I was really young. He was 36. I think he was, 36. So, all right, next question. Is this a long episode? I feel like it's like going to be a 2-hour episode. Fuck. Can you retell the story about how you started podcasting? I feel like this is a good question for today because I have new listeners. I've told the story many times, but basically on September 4th, 2020, should I recap where I was at in life at that point? Because I think it's important for the story. Or like, no, not really. I'll just tell you what happened. So, I sat down on my couch that I'm looking at right now, and I put on YouTube, and this was when Joe Rogan's episodes were on YouTube, like the full episodes, and I put on the last episode he did with Duncan Trussell, or the last episode in his old studio before he moved to Austin. It was 5 hours, and I sat on my couch I had it ready to go. I think I popped popcorn that night, and I was like, I'm gonna stay up all night and watch this because I think I started at like 9 p.m. And literally 10 minutes into the 10 minutes into the episode, I got a DM from someone who responded to something I had posted on my story. I don't know what it was about. I probably like wrote something insightful or fucking, I don't even know, like a quote or I don't even know what it was. I can probably look back on the DM, but he goes, "Oh, you should do a podcast about this." I dropped everything. Instantly dropped everything. Shut the Rogan, the episode off. Grabbed my iPhone headphones, with a little microphone. Plugged them into my phone. And I pulled up this audio recording app that I had downloaded. I forget what it's called. And I started talking, and I held the little microphone. I sat on the couch, held the little iPhone headphone microphone by my mouth, and I recapped my 2020 experience up until that point. And I talked about everything I went through since the pandemic started. And it was like an instant, like all the stars aligned. And I was like, oh my God, I want to do this every day for the rest of my life. And I set out. So what's crazy is I instantly was like, this is my passion. This is what I meant to do. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. A lot of people, a lot of gurus, a lot of like thought leaders, self-help people are always like, they always tell their story about like how they were lost. They didn't really know what they were going to do for the rest of their life. They didn't really know what their passion was or whatever. And then one day it all clicked and it all, came to them or whatever. I have dog hair in my mouth. Sorry. And I felt that in that moment. And so after that episode, I did it the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. And I made a goal for myself to do a podcast 7 days a week for an entire year. And I made it 300 episodes into that goal. And so I didn't make it the full year to 365, but yeah, I put in 300 episodes every single day. And I'm getting tired. Hold on. Yeah, and that's a story. But that's kind of how I healed myself and found, and like, how do I say this? Like, I worked all my issues out because I talked to myself every day. I was, having fun, telling stories about my life, and I was constantly like checking in about my behavior and like why I am the way I am. And through doing that, or by doing that, I had a lot of epiphanies on those early episodes where I was like, oh my God. Like my favorite epiphany, or the one I had that was like literally life-changing in the moment I had it, was, I'm stopping. Jacqueline, stop thinking. It's ruining your life. Like, the reason why you're so depressed and the reason why you're so down and feeling, like shit about yourself is because you talk shit to yourself all day long in your head. You don't have to do that. Just shut it off. And yeah, just sitting there podcasting and talking out loud and having that come out of my head and saying it out loud was like, it was amazing. And that's my favorite thing about podcasting is I learn more about myself as I record the episode, and I feel more connected to myself. I know myself super well. I know why I am the way I am because I'm constantly getting it out and purging it and talking it out loud, talking about myself out loud. And obviously, that's what therapy's for, and talking to friends and families for, and journaling is for. But for me, it's like podcasting is how I like to do it. And yeah, that's a story. So then here I am a year and a half later, still going, and it's evolved. It's kind of, like I said at the beginning, I feel like it's not as, this episode was kind of fun, but like, it's not as crazy as it used to be. Like, I used to say the most, I want to find my first notebook because I used to say the most fucked up shit. Like, I was like, I think it's because I made a lot. So what I did is I came prepared each episode with a lot of notes where I wrote down my observations, like things that happened to me during the week or that day, because I was doing it every day, like whatever I witnessed, on my morning workout. Like I'd talk about people at the gym, and I'd like, yeah, write my little notes down on my phone, and I'd like rant a lot. And during the pandemic, it was easy to bitch about society and like how the world was functioning at the time. So I did a lot of that. The election was going on. I talked a lot about the election. But yeah, I feel like that's a long answer, but at the end of the day, like I never set out to be a podcast host. This was never a dream of mine. This was never a plan. This was never, a goal. It just kind of happened. And that's what I love about it. 'Cause I really want that for everyone else, or I hope everyone finds that for themselves, whatever it is, because it's easy to do something every day that you're passionate about, and it's easy to be consistent at it. And I think a lot of people, or this was me before, like I was just kind of going through the motions, and like nothing was like lighting or setting my soul on fire. I was like working a job, doing my little daily routine, rinse, repeat. But now it's like I have this pillar of my life that's like it's like my favorite fucking thing I'm obsessed with. And that's what I want. I hope everyone finds that for themselves. It's the best thing ever. And, again, I'd hear people talk about finding their passion and how it all unfolded, and how one day just like all the stars aligned, and I could cry. Like I'm so happy that happened for me, because I was like a lost little puppy in my 20s. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I passionate about? And yeah, it turned into podcasting, or that's what happened. And yeah, so there's a story. Next question. How many drugs have you done? No. How many drugs have I done is the question. I've done, I'm not even open about it. Have I even talked about doing drugs? Like, I think I've mentioned I did DMT before, which was like the craziest one I've ever done. But yeah, I've experimented. I'm like, okay, I've tried things, I've experienced it, and I've always said like, I'm willing to try something once and see what it is, see what it's like. And then I have no interest in like heroin, meth, that kind of stuff. But like, yeah, mushrooms, psychedelics, DMT especially was amazing. I've dabbled, but it's not my lifestyle. It's not like I need to do it every weekend. It's not like I need to trip every day. I don't even smoke weed anymore, really. Like, I can't remember the last time I got high. Did I even get high on 420 this year? Yeah, I don't. The last time I got high was when I had sex with my ex-boyfriend. Wait, I just thought of that. I remember it because, yeah, okay. So it was like a few weeks ago I got high. That was April. Yeah, but I don't really smoke weed anymore. I just, socially drink. Sometimes I have a glass of wine with dinner. That's kind of like the drug of choice right now. As of late, who knows what will happen in the future? Maybe I will be, maybe I'll try ayahuasca. I haven't done that. I don't really have an interest. I'm kind of like drugged out. I'm honestly, if you can't tell, I'm drugged. She doesn't, does it look like I need to do any more drugs? I think I do have a third story. Should I expose myself even further about meeting men for the first time and doing crazy shit? I can't say this. I don't think I can say this one. I think this is bad. Because I'm thinking about it because it has to do with drugs. My mom will not like this story. I don't think she knows about it. God, I was so young and stupid. That's all I have to say. Not young and stupid, just like young and carefree and spontaneous. I can't say it. I'm really tempted. I'm like, guys, I share everything. I tell you everything. Why can't I do this right now? I think this will make me look absolutely fucking insane if I tell this story. Because it has to do with meeting someone for the first time. And it has to do with drugs. And like, not... I can't say it. Okay, moving on. Jesus. Last song you guys, like, life is perfect. Everything is perfect. Like, I don't judge myself for my past. I don't think less of myself. I don't overthink it. I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, life is a canvas and you paint it every day and you create your own life and whatever. It's just like, you know, I wouldn't probably choose or repeat the same things that I did in the past now because I've learned and I've grown from those experiences, but I never like look back and go, oh my God, I was such a fucking dumbass. Like, no, it was perfect. It was supposed to happen. Like, that's how life is. Everything you do, it's just all like, I like to go with the flow and not try to control everything and make everything so serious and like rigid. I'm just like, it is what it is. That's my favorite. I say that so much. It is what it is. I'm getting kind of tired. Last thing you bought on Amazon. I actually think I bought tampons. TMI? Who's uncomfortable? Shampoo. Tampons. Protein powder. These are multiple things. But yeah, I'd say the last thing I bought was shampoo. This is so worth your time. If you're listening right now, like, that was worth losing 30 seconds of your life hearing what I bought on Amazon. Let that sink in. Like, don't you feel so connected right now and so like bonded with me in this podcast? Like, you're learning about like the intricate details of my life and like what I buy on Amazon. Like, how don't you just feel so good right now? Isn't getting entertained the best thing ever? Oh my God, by a stranger on the internet? Wow. That's what life's all about. Storytelling, listening to other people tell stories, sitting around a campfire telling stories. Like, that's what our ancestors did, and that's what you're doing right now. Except you're wearing headphones. Okay. What's your favorite conspiracy theory? I don't want to answer that one. I feel like I'm pretty basic about my conspiracy. Like, I don't really think about conspiracy theories or look them up, or it's like I've maxed out of conspiracy theories. I'm not like, I don't spend a lot of time on them. But like, okay, I think the JFK assassination is a fascinating one. I think obviously the Jeffrey Epstein stuff is fascinating. The moon landing, what other? The Loch Ness Monster, fucking, what else? Bigfoot. I mean, I just like, I like know about conspiracy theories, but I don't really have a favorite conspiracy theory. When's the last time you puked from alcohol? Great question. On a plane to... Wait, this was my flight from Orlando to Washington to Seattle. I puked like 7 times. It felt so good. And I got drinks at the airport in Orlando before I got like a big ass IPA, and I think that upset my stomach. And all I remember is I was on the aisle, thank God. All I remember is like the flight attendant happened to walk by with a garbage bag thing to collect people's garbage like at the perfect time, because I just like tapped her and I was like, I'm gonna throw up. And of course they have the little puke bags, right? But that was definitely going to be too small for how, like, I was feeling like I was going to lose like 10 pounds of like contents from my body. I just like felt like the biggest like come up. So I tapped her and I was like, I'm going to puke. I'm going to puke. She just like threw the bag in my face and I just oh, and I had my mask on. Oh my God. And then it was like getting stuck in the mask on like on my chin. And then I just like kept the bag, and then I remember I think I threw up like 7 times in a row, but it felt so, nothing feels better than throwing up. It's like sneezing, because then afterwards you feel so much better and you're like, oh my God, thank God I just got that out of my body. I don't even know what I ate. I think I had a Cuban sandwich or something at the airport bar. Yeah, and an IPA, not a good combo. Okay, great question. These are kind of not that fun. Can you talk more about your job? Like what I do for a living outside of podcasting? I don't really talk about what I do. I'm in media. I work in PR. Why do I feel like I need to keep it, like I shouldn't? I mean, I get people published in top tier media, whether it be some random, it could be like some random client who's not a random client. They're all great. Fucking solar company in Nebraska. It could be that, to an A-list celebrity and everyone in between. I shop their stories around and I shop them around to the media and I get them published. That's like the gist of what I do. Media relations. Yeah, I never really talk about my job. Doesn't it's kind of like, this is my podcast where I talk about like nonsense, and it's like an escape from not that I hate my job or anything like that. I love my job. Especially right now, I cannot wait for the meeting I have tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, right? Yeah, like pinch me, like so exciting, right? The things I'm doing at my job right now are like insane. But yeah, I don't really talk about my job on here. Oh my God. Okay, wait, I just had a thought. I'm not trying to talk about my ex and talk shit anymore about him, right? I'm really trying on this episode. I don't think I have. I actually gave him a compliment about talking about how my apartment smells like dog. So I did say something nice about him, but I remember, so it's funny how he, like on our last phone calls or like whatever, like he had mentioned, like he like was starting to talk shit about my company, like saying all this shit about it. And then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you literally begged me every fucking day to ask my boss if he would hire him. He was like upset. He like wanted all of our services. Like he wanted, like, he was like, I remember, yeah, like a month ago, he's like, please, can you ask him if he would hire me? Like, please. He never like we never had like a full on conversation about it. I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, what are you, like, can we talk? Like, can we have a, like, I need more details about what you want to do for the company. Like, I can't just be like, hey, hire my boyfriend. Anyways, I just thought that was funny because if you ever hear him out in the streets talking shit about the company, just know he wanted to work for it. And it was like kind of like low key. I feel like he was like not obsessed, or like he was very, I think, intrigued and like I think he admired it, or like wanted to be a part of it somehow because of how fucking cool it is. So okay, moving on. I think I'm gonna do one more question. All right, I'm coming down from the episode. I just put on my Willy Wonka glasses. It's been a long one. Where's this question someone asked about childhood? Hold on, let me find it. Wait. Can you retell your story? No, wait, that's not it. I already read that one. Oh, here we go. Give us an untold childhood story. It's been a while. I thought of one because when I saw this question, I thought about something I don't think I've talked about before. When my mom picked up Jesus Christ himself he on the way to school, my mom picked up Jesus Christ himself and threw him in the back of our truck. So basically, on the way to school one time, we are about 10 seconds down our street. I've got my little uniform on, my little plaid skirt, my polo, my sweater vest, got my backpack. We're in our truck, our F-250, our red Ford, and it's like me, my sister, and I think that was illegal. Yeah, one of us, whenever a cop came, had to duck down because you weren't supposed to have 4 people across, but we were small enough. I think I was like 12. I don't even know what grade I was in. I was young. I think I was younger than that. Maybe like, I was probably in like 2nd grade, 3rd grade. And I went to Catholic school. I knew a lot about Jesus and the Bible. And, I had like I had a picture in my mind of what Jesus Christ looked like. Okay. So 10 seconds down the street, we're just like on our way to school in the morning. It's like 8 a.m. My mom stops the truck because there's a man with long hair, dark brown hair, a beard, no clothes on, just like shorts that are all like shredded up. And he's head to toe blood, cuts, scrapes. Like something he looked like Jesus, like Stations of the Cross. What's the getting condemned to death? What the fuck? I don't know when he got whipped at I'm thinking of the Stations of the Cross when he Caesar, like he got condemned to death and then he had to carry the cross. Like, yeah, when he's carrying the cross on the way to get crucified, that's what this man looked like. And as a young girl, that's like, I was like, oh my, like I was so like, what the fuck, this looks like Jesus. Like I didn't actually think he was Jesus. I obviously knew he was some stranger who was injured, walking down the street. But like long story short, my mom offers to give him a ride. First of all, my mom's mother, Teresa, she loves everyone and wants to take care of everyone and wants to help all of the homeless people all over the world and do as much like volunteer work, charity work as possible. Like she's like a saint. And so she sees this man bloody head to toe with like, I just remember like these giant like gouges and scrapes all over his body. So she sees this man walking down the street and she offers to give him a ride. And I think the conversation they had was, I found this out later because I didn't really understand what was happening. He was drunk driving, crashed into some blackberry bushes with lots of thorns, like a thick bush of them, and had to like escape out through all those branches and got cut really bad. And he had to like cross a river, I think. This was like in a town over from us. And he like walked, because where our house was, I think he had like crossed the river and walked in the field behind your house and like walked up our road to get back to his neighborhood, which was only like a block or 2 away. So I think that's the conversation. That's what happened. And so he gets in the bed of the truck. She takes his wallet, and I think it was like all wet from getting in the river. She like sets it down on the dashboard. And yeah, we just drove, like, I think we went up a street, down a street, up a street, and into a cul-de-sac, dropped him off. I remember this so well because it was like the visual of seeing him was so crazy. I've never seen a person that injured and like bloody before, and he looked like shit. So the reason my mom wasn't like calling the ambulance, calling the cops, is because this man was out for it. Is this making my mom look bad or good? I can't tell. Is this like not good to tell? She did him a favor, okay? Drunk. I'm not. He broke the law, okay? He was drinking and driving, and he was trying to escape. And I think he crashed his car. Did he crash his car? I don't know. I don't know the I'm just trying to I'm recalling the story. I think it was something like that. Yeah. So yeah, my mom dropped him off, and we went to school, and there's the untold childhood story for y'all. Yeah, what should my mom have reported him? Maybe she did. I don't really know what happened. I was so young. I just remember seeing him and being like, that's Jesus Christ himself walking down the street. It was crazy. All he needed was a cross, and he would have looked the part. Fully looked the part. All right. That's how we're going to end the episode. Do I have any other details about that? I think I remember telling all my friends at school what happened, and yeah, it was a weird, just such a weird. My mom, I'm like, you're a woman with 3 kids. She didn't give a fuck. She's like, this man's injured. I want to help him. That's her instinct. And he didn't have to go. I mean, she only drove him 2 minutes up the street, so it wasn't that bad. I mean, he could have walked at that point. He was already walking. He was already crossing rivers and walking super far. But yeah, that's it. Episode 313 is done. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I don't want to talk about how tired I am, but it's Sunday. I want to take a nap. I need to upload this. I'm going to chill. Probably go to the beach later, potentially. That'd be fun. And prep for the week, the work week. It starts tomorrow. It's Monday. Yeah, that's it. What else should I mention? I didn't drink water once. I drank out of my water bottle one time this episode. I feel good. Here's the thing. The last 2 episodes are kind of juicy, kind of dramatic. And today I really felt like I got back to my roots, and I just kind of let my gums flap and shot the shit with y'all. I'm saying y'all a lot. And it's what I like doing. And I like Q&As because it gets me talking about things that I don't think I ever answer the same question twice. If I do, it's rare. I pick out the ones that I haven't gotten asked before. For the most part. So yeah, I'll probably do a Q&A in a month or so. I used to do them every Saturday when I podcasted 7 days a week, and now I do them here and there. But hope you enjoy this episode. Thank you for hanging out and spending time with me today. Please go ahead and subscribe wherever you're listening right now, and review the show, please. It helps people find out more about the show if you write if you write a review. But yeah, at the least you can hit 1 through 5 stars depending on how you feel about this episode. I feel like this was a 5-star episode. I don't always say that, but I do feel that way about this episode. So yeah, review the show on the Apple Podcast app and Spotify. You can also review it there. And if you want to support the show, subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/tjms for $5 a month. It's just a way to support me in my podcasting career, my 30-year plan. It's literally what I'm going to retire as. Podcast host, 100%. Not going to do anything else. What else? Oh, follow me on Instagram at Jacqueline Monroe for selfies and stories of my dog and shit. Call your mom. Call your mom. It's Mother's Day. Call your mom. Call your mom if you have a mom. Damn, I just thought about that. Today's a heavy day for people that don't have moms. Damn. Heart goes out. I'm starting to, not to get like, I'm gonna get emo right now, but I'm like feeling my age. Not like feeling my age lately. It's just like, you know, when I told that childhood story about picking up Jesus Christ in the back of the truck, it's like I'm feeling more and more and more or further and further and further away from my youth. I guess that's part of growing up and like getting older and getting further into your 20s, but it's like the memory doesn't feel as I just feel, yeah, like less, I just, no, like, what's the word? I just feel so far away from it. And the reason I was like, oh, I'm going to get emo is because I'm looking at my parents and I'm like, and especially my grandparents, and I'm like, they're aging, like they're getting older. Oh my God. Like I remember when I was a kid and my grandma was the age of my mom, and holy fucking, like it's, what? And my mom had me when she was only a few years older than I am now. Oh my God. Like I'm getting up, like it's just, I don't fear aging or anything, or I just, it's like, it is what it is. Right. But lately I'm like, damn. But it's cool because I'm so happy with where I'm at in life right now. And I feel like I've worked extremely hard to get where I'm at. I just feel like I feel good. Because in the past I was kind of like, oh, I feel like I'm slipping behind. Like I'm not where I want to be at in life. Da, da, da. It's like, no, I have fucking arrived. Like I have never been. Like, it's almost like I dreamed for this and now I have it type of thing. That's a type of thing I'm experiencing in life right now. And it's not always, you know, life is not always up like this. So I'm trying to ride the wave of momentum, and I'm trying to stay on it. Right. And I know it's, at some point it's going to crash, and it's just part of life. But, yeah, I'm just like, it's like I don't have a lot of pinch me moments, and I have a lot of those lately, and I'm like, this is like I'm living my dreams, like I'm doing what I want to do. It's the best feeling ever. And yeah, it's just kind of like, how does that happen? I'm not ending the episode. I know I just like plugged all my stuff and I was gonna end it, but I'm not. And like, what's new? I never can end the episode when I say I'm gonna end the episode, but like I've made so much progress. I'm just reflecting on my life right now. That's why I feel really good. It's because it's like I've put in the reps, I've worked hard, I've stayed focused, I've earned what I have now, and it feels like, I think that's the best feeling ever, when you're like, I earned this. That's what my mom told me when I studied abroad to London. I'll never forget her telling me this. She like wrote me a card and put it in my suitcase and surprised me. And I like opened it when I got there. She wrote something like, "Oh, you earned this. Like I worked hard to do that." And I was like, "Oh, it's true. I guess I have." Sometimes, yeah, like I don't know. I'm just reflecting right now, but I feel like the reason I feel good is because I know that I've put in the work. I know that it didn't just like fall on my lap. It's like, no, this took time. This took effort. This took work. This wasn't just a overnight thing. You don't even know what the fuck I'm referring to right now. Just like, there's a lot of areas of my life that are unfolding beautifully. And I'm like, thank fucking God. I fucking finally. Because I've struggled in the past and I've been down and like, you know, down and out. And now it's like, I'm not. And it's because I worked hard. And that's a secret sauce. Hard work. Every single time. Consistency and hard work over time equals success, I guess. That's my definition right now. Actually, I do have I just almost touched a candle flame. Success. The accomplishment of a goal or purpose, favorable results or positive returns on hard work. It's my little It's like I don't like these signs, like the live, laugh, love signs that people put in their kitchen and shit. I don't like these. I'm not into those positive quote things from like TJ Maxx. But this is one where I was like, yes, I like this because it resonates with me. Yeah. If you want to be a podcast host, just record a podcast and stay consistent at it and do it over time, and you'll be successful. Period. End of story. Yeah. All right. I hope you have an amazing week. Thank you for being here and taking the time to hang out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Call your mom. And what else should I say that's profound right now? Be good to people. Be a good person. And love yourself. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. That was awkward. Okay, bye.